Okay, this is just a real quick video to address Diana's fucking nervous breakdown that she's having. Okay, first, Diana, I have a real life, okay? And in that real life, I have a real family. And in that real family, I have a real mother. And yesterday, the day you decided to fucking go postal, my mother graduated with her master's degree. And I know this may not seem like a big fucking deal to you, miss. Supposedly I was invited to Mensa, and supposedly I have a degree in psychology, even though I don't understand shit about addiction and went on YouTube and tried to blame my developing alcoholism on everybody else. It's a big deal because my grandparents were both from Mexico. My mother has 6 siblings, and out of all of my aunts and uncles and my cousins, my mother is the first person ever to get her master's degree. So yesterday was a big fucking day for me in my real fucking life that I have that you obviously don't. So you spent the entire day making 5. In 24 hours time, you have made 5 videos about me. In my entire channel, I don't have 5 videos about you from the time that I started this shit. You need to fucking get a grip. And 2, I don't know who put it in your head or anybody's head that I was above having a sock account, but for your information, I do have a sock account, and it's called Hug the Flag, and it's something that I openly admitted to in a blog TV. It's not something that I've ever tried to hide, and most of the comments that I left with it have all been funny comments. I also have the Feminist TV channel, okay? So I never called myself a saint and said I was above having a sock account. Yes, I have a sock account. I started it after that Hug Now guy went around false DMCAing people and fucking with everybody, and so I made that channel. And no, I'm not ashamed of it. Big fucking deal. Like you don't have a fucking sock account, Miss Espejismo. What does espejismo mean in English? It's Spanish. Espejismo means mirage. And it's very funny that account, the last comment that account made was on my channel on a video that's a little bit older called A Message to Sayal Pelani. And that's the last comment this person has made. I don't know. Seems fucking shady to me. But anyway. And 3, for you to just go fucking bonkers based on a picture of a goddess that has been worshipped since before Jesus Christ was a spermie in God's testicles is fucking beyond me, okay? You found that picture pretty easily. Does it not strike you as a little bit possible, Miss Espejismo, that someone else trying to stir up shit could have found that picture too? You know what? I wouldn't put it beyond you that temple dancer person would have been you. Because we all know how manipulative you can be. I already closed my MySpace account. And my Facebook account, since you're making videos, instructional videos on how to cyber stalk divinity, and I don't want you fucking with my friends and family, because my MySpace was mostly people that I know in real life. And my Facebook, I have members of my family in my Facebook. So now they're gone. And that's partly to protect you as much as me, because the last person whose family you want to fuck with, bitch, is mine. I'm noticing a pattern with you antis. And not all of them. Some of the antis are very decent people. But certain ones, and I think we all know who they are. Someone who is a good friend of mine here on YouTube, who was a good friend of mine here on YouTube, went at it in the comments section. My friend, a sex workers advocate, went at it in the comments section with one of the antis, and then that anti went on her channel and left a channel comment telling her that she should take the dick out of her mouth and put a gun in it instead. And now that person is gone. When Ross K and you went at it, Ross K sent you private messages. You know that word private? If you need to, Google it, bitch. It means not for public consumption. When you got so sick of not being able to control her, you took her private messages to you and made them public for everyone to see, humiliating her. And now she's not really on YouTube at all either. One of your little anti-buddies even recorded a Skype conversation with her and have threatened her in the past to make that Skype conversation public. And then, you go at it with fucking PixieBiz. Now, PixieBiz sent you a private video email because she was tired of your bullying. But unlike me, she wanted to reach out to you privately and thought that it might be useful, thought you might listen to reason. She sent you, Nuclear Knight, and Antique Lens a private video email, not even woman to woman, woman to 3 women, addressing all 3 of you at once. And she sent that to you too. You know why? Because she didn't want to talk behind your back. And she made it private because she didn't want to publicly humiliate you. But what did you do? You turned around and you took that private video email that she sent you in private so as not to publicly humiliate you and made it public so that you could publicly humiliate her, and now she's gone. And I don't know who this temple dancer is. That picture is pretty fucking common. But I went on that photo bucket where your little protege pulled the same tactic you pulled and took private messages, because you fuckers can't be trusted with private messages and, just private shit, and made them public. And the most heinous thing this person asked of him was, what kind of music do you like? Oh my God! Look out! She's out to get you! Look out! And now she's gone. 2. My friend, the sex worker advocate, is gone. PixieBiz is gone. Ross K is practically gone. And now this girl is gone. How many more people do you have to bully and fucking drive off of YouTube to make you be able to fucking feel like somebody enough to where you are enough for you? Well, let me tell you something. I am not Ross K. And I am not PixieBiz. And I am not my friend. And I am not some little girl looking for a friend. You and your little fucking anti-horde of haters don't fucking scare me. And I'm not going anywhere. But you better stop fucking with my accounts. Stop fucking stalking me. Stop fucking doing all your crazy shit. Because if you don't, I am going to report you to YouTube for cyber stalking and cyberbullying. And I don't want to have to do it. But I will, bitch. If you push me, I will file police reports on your ass. And I'm not saying that Diana would come to Texas and try to hurt me. But I know she has friends in Texas, because at one point she had me call somebody in Texas for her. And that's all that I'm going to say about it. And I wasn't smart enough not to be leery of her at the time. And so I called that phone number without doing *69 on my phone. So I know somewhere out there, one of her buddies has my phone number. She showed the city that I live in on the video that I reported to YouTube via the help and safety tools area. And what people need to understand is that, on some level, anyone who is not a complete asshole is aware that there is misogyny out in the world, but there is also its ugly big brother called whore hate. And thinking back, if I had known in the beginning that I was going to get as involved in the sex workers' rights advocacy as I have, I probably never would have shown my face on YouTube. Because, you ask any of the sex workers here, and there's just some vile messages that you get, some hateful messages that you get, even in the comment sections. People don't even try to hide their disdain for you openly. And some of these people are people that claim to care about women. Some of the most vile, hateful comments that I've seen have been from antis. And we just put up with a lot of abuse because we live in a Christianized society that judges women based on not their integrity, but on what they do with their vaginas. This is one thing as a feminist that I have a big problem with. You know, men are taught that you're a man based on your integrity and your character, and women are, you know, society decides if they're a good girl or a bad girl basically based on how many people you fucked or what you stand for sexually. And there are people out in the world that have used a woman's sexuality, a woman being a prostitute, a woman standing up for women's sexual autonomy, for sex workers' rights, that have done some vile and hateful shit to women. I mean, just look at all the serial killers that have targeted prostitutes and done some horrible things to them. Horrible things. You know, you have Dennis Rader and, you know, was he the BTK killer and the Yorkshire Ripper, and, you know, I could go on and on. And so I was naive to use the same screen name for my personal, my MySpace and my Facebook, where I have contact with people in my real life, people I see every day, my friends and family that I love and care about. I've already deleted those accounts. And now that, you know, I've been on a hunker down mode ever since Diana made her 6th video. And really thinking about just how vulnerable I am, putting myself out here, doing advocacy, talking about things that some people use as excuses to rape and murder and torture and kidnap and abuse and hurt women. And then seeing Diana go on these sites and making these videos about the city that I live in, and knowing that information about people I love can be found there, and seeing how freaked out she was over a picture, and it scared me. But I'm not so scared that I'm going to shut up. I'm not going to be bullied into silence like so many women that have come before me. I'm not going to be distracted from my advocacy. I'm not going to let her scare me away. Courage is not the absence of fear, but what one does in the face of it.